Pablo Schreiber is the name of the man who pretended to be Master Chief for all of 45 minutes before removing his helmet and becoming simply Pablo Schreiber for the next 2 episodes of the Halo TV series, which has been roundly lambasted and critiqued to hell by anyone and everyone who actually gives a shit about Halo. But he has put out, Pablo that is, a statement on Instagram which I think is worthy of a little bit of closer examination, because really it is a pretty damn good statement, although it still completely misses the point of why people are pissed off about the Halo TV show. Essentially, the statement boils down to, like, you and I are having a disagreement, but I still love and respect you, and I'm going to keep doing the best I can to make it a good TV show. That is a fine sentiment and a breath of fresh air in an age where actors, writers, and in many cases artists, in the case of comic books, tend to be rather vitriolic towards the fan base. In fact, many engage in straight up warfare practically against their fans, calling them every naughty word in the book alongside the good old-fashioned racist, fascist, blah 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 blah. And so seeing Pablo come out and take a far more conciliatory stance is a really nice thing to see, albeit, again, Pablo is a bit of the problem with the Halo TV series. So, before we get into it any further, let me simply read out the statement here. Huge thanks to everyone who has supported our show. We were the second most streamed piece of entertainment in the US last week, behind Oscar's Best Picture winner, and the most streamed in Canada. With many more territories coming to Paramount Plus soon, Halo, the TV series, is now officially a huge hit and soon to be a worldwide phenomenon. We'll see about that, about the hit, but okay, decent streaming numbers. Fair enough. To all the fans who have been waiting for this moment for so long, and to newcomers who have responded with such overwhelming support and love, I am honoured and humbled to be in the service to this amazing universe and lore. We'll get back to that point. For all the fans, quotation mark, rooting against the home team, who hated the show before they saw it and disagree with what we are doing, I respect your opinion, I love you too. Because the truth is, we love the same thing, and I will keep working my ass off each and every day to make this show the best version of itself, to bring attention and respect to this Halo universe we love for all of us. Now again, that is a fine statement, and it is reminiscent of the older acting class that recognized that they were, well, in a rather derogatory tone, the dancing monkeys on the TV screen. They were there to provide amusement to the viewers. They were here to bring universes to life, to bring characters to life. In recent years, we've had far too much of actors simply being actors and being famous for, well, being actors, being the personality, rather than for the characters they portray. It is a tremendous failing in our modern day entertainment industry, but I'm not going to get into that here. I am honoured and humbled to be in the service of this amazing universe and lore. Right, that is where we run into a problem, Pablo, because whilst I'm sure you're probably a really nice guy, and this response seems to be like something that a good guy would do, the problem is you do not know Halo, and hey, to be fair, I am on the periphery of the Halo universe. I played the first game, loved it, played a fair bit of the second game as well, but I'm not super into the lore or the setting. Yet I am able to instantaneously recognize that this Halo TV series is not Halo. You are acting in the service to an amazing universe and lore, yet in episode 3, you throw in an enormous trash planet where the United Earth government enslaves children and beats them to death on a whim. This is not Halo. Now, to be fair, the United Earth government are not perfect in Halo lore, but they are most certainly the heroes. In fact, they expend vast quantities of resources to defend even the planets who are in open rebellion against them from the Covenant, because the Covenant is an existential threat. Trying to turn the humans into the bad guys of your TV show is missing the entire point of Halo. And again, we cannot escape this point. Whilst I understand the rationale behind you removing the helmet, I understand that as an actor, you want to be seen on screen as Pablo Schreiber, because of course that is what's going to be furthering your career the most. I understand that. And from a writer's perspective, I can also understand that if you don't give a shit about the universe, which the writers did not, and Here's another thing too. Pablo was one of very few people working on the Halo project that actually played the games, which is a great deal of credit to Pablo, but again, you aren't a person who loves this universe. I gotta say, you played it after you got the role. You haven't been connected to it. You haven't been a person who has been passionate for it. You are an actor that has moved in to try and represent this setting, and you have chosen to fail from episode 1 by removing your helmet. And again, we'll get back to the rationale of that. The writers never played the games. Even when they got the gig to write the series, they still didn't play the games. They were given tremendous amounts of background and lore material, and their only response was, "Oh my, a silly video game can have this much depth." Very much so. And it shows, as they are transforming Master Chief's story away from him being Master Chief and being a human, an individual. Let's explore Master Chief's tragic backstory and connect with him as Pablo Schreiber. Because that's what we're doing right now. We're not connecting with Master Chief, we are connecting with Pablo Schreiber. Master Chief does not take off his helmet because, again, he is supposed to be the main character of a first-person shooter. He is us. And this is the perfect form of representation, which is banged on about so much, and yet nobody actually values it. Master Chief can be absolutely anyone. He can be black, he can be an Indian, he can be a white guy, he can be a girl for all I care, he can be non-binary if you bloody want to, because he has the helmet on. So long as that is on, he can be anyone. He's the perfect avatar of representation, and in a Halo TV series, you know what we actually want to see? We want to see Master Chief kill goddamn aliens. We want to watch the war. It is an action game, so make it an action TV series, not this kind of bedraggled, slow-paced drama-ass nonsense we're currently watching. We've had one firefight so far in the Halo TV series, and no, the Hunter, which apparently, by the way, cannot split into its component parts, taking over a ship without getting shot by the dozens or so of fully armed Marines pointing their weapons at the airlock, doesn't even count. And hell, let me move on, because I could ramble on this point forever, couldn't I? To all the fans who've been waiting for this moment, notice how he immediately moves on for so long, and to the newcomers who have responded with such overwhelming support and love. These are the people you are serving, the outsiders. The people who enjoy this show are the people who have no idea what Halo is. You are creating a TV show for non-Halo fans that you have stamped the Halo brand onto in the hope of selling more. Do you think that your story would have the highest streaming numbers behind the Oscars if you'd simply named it "Random Person in Power Armor Has a Tragic Past"? No, it's because it's Halo. And it's the same reason why so many people are having such a disappointed response to it. For all the fans rooting against the home team, again, this is the fundamental disconnect here. We do not consider you to be the home team because the writers haven't played the goddamn games. In fact, they are proud of not having done so. They boasted in a Variety article about how they didn't, and how they were super glad that they didn't allow the story to hold them back from the story they really wanted to tell. Oh, we're gonna make such a deep universe, you see. That's great. Could you do that somewhere else that isn't Halo? Could you maybe, I don't know, violate the Lord of the Rings some more? Because I'm kind of fine with that, honestly. Hey, okay, I'm allowed to be vengeful. They're currently ass-raping 40k. I don't want Tolkien's legacy to be the only one who emerges unsmirched from all of this, alright? I'm a petulant bastard, if nothing else. You are not our team. Again, whilst it is very respectful of you, at least, Pablo, to play the goddamn games, to at least get a sense of the character and the role you are supposed to be portraying, you have no connection to this. You didn't play the games. You didn't get interested in the universe. You didn't read the books. This is not a long-term passion for you. And I get it that you can't help that, obviously. I'm not saying that you shouldn't take the role either, but you should have refused to take off your helmet. In fact, this is one of the reasons why I absolutely adore people like, for example, Carl Urban, because when he read the Dredd 3D script, which, oh god, if only it hadn't been named Dredd 3D, he made it very clear that the character's not taking off his goddamn helmet. Like that is a veto right there. The character's helmet stays on because it is supposed to be Judge Dredd. This isn't Carl Urban, the TV show, or movie in this case, it is Judge Dredd. It's one of the reasons why the Sylvester Stallone Judge Dredd movie is, well, roundly hated by a lot of people, because it's not a Judge Dredd movie. It's a perfectly fine action movie. In fact, I'd go so far as to say it's a pretty goddamn cool action movie. But it's not a Judge Dredd movie. And so far, the Halo TV series is not only not a Halo TV series, it's not a very good piece of entertainment either, to be entirely honest. So, whilst I absolutely appreciate the conciliatory tone here, and I'm sure you're a very nice guy, Pablo, you're not our team. Simple as. And if you want to be our team, it really is time to try and actually become Master Chief again, rather than Pablo Schreiber. Until next time, I've been Arch. Thank you all very much for watching, and I hope to see you all again soon. Have a good day.